Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me at the FemTech conference today. I'm Ewelina. I'm from Poland, and I'm an agile coach and IT career coach. And I prepared a presentation about soft skills in IT. But before that, let me introduce you Samantha. Samantha is a software engineer with 5 years of experience, and she is in general a bit shy, but really friendly and reliable person. And in her current team, there's about to be a big change. Her current team leader decided to move to the other team, so there was a vacancy for a technical lead in her team. And as she was very long in this project, and she has very wide knowledge about the system, her colleagues started to encourage her. We trust you. You'll be the best. Please take on this role and be our leader. So after she heard those really positive feedbacks, she started to think, maybe I should try. And she spoke with her manager about this idea. He liked it a lot, and he proposed that maybe in this situation, she will have some kind of a trial period so she can check if this role is for her. And they agreed on that. Meanwhile, she also discovered two numbers, 78 and 67. And she will explain those numbers in a few minutes. Okay, scene number one. First challenge for Samantha. Her product owner invited her for a next business meeting as there was a request to have technical representative of the team. And the customer explained a new roadmap, new ideas for features, and there were 3 new features to be delivered by the team. And more the customer explained what's needed to be done, more Samantha felt unsure about this vision. She felt like, okay, the first features sound feasible from the technical point of view, but those additional 2, no, let's not do this. But she felt like she's not in the position to tell that to the customer. So she only said, okay, we will try to do our best. And yeah, she promised to the customer they will deliver those 3 features. So as you can imagine, she wasn't super happy after that conversation. Scene number 2, second challenge, meeting with a team. After meeting about the roadmap, she needed to explain to the team what's about to come. And reaction of her teammates were very similar to her feelings. So first feature, sure, sounds good. But those additional 2, it's not going to work in this system. And Samantha felt a bit annoyed that they don't want to cooperate. She gave her promise to the customer, and they should respect that. And we should at least try. But team wasn't convinced to that. So she was frustrated, and she said, okay, in this case, I will do everything myself. She worked over hours. She focused only on those 3 features. She left all the additional responsibilities that she has. But in the end, she delivered something. Maybe it wasn't 100% what was expected. It worked. Maybe not super exciting, but in the end, she delivered. Maybe in not the best way. And challenge number 3. So her manager had 1 junior to introduce him to the team, and he thought that the best person to introduce that the junior person will be, of course, our Samantha. And she obviously said, okay, yeah, sure, I want to help. I always want to help. But she didn't realize that will be a massive time-consuming task for her. In the beginning, she tried to come up with some exercises, and she gave them to the junior, but she didn't have time to actually go through them with that junior person. So he felt he didn't have much enough support from her, and she had similar feelings that she's not doing the best job with helping the new person. So in the end, and no one happy, and Samantha felt like she's not doing the best job here. And let's pause her story for now. And let's have a look at soft skills and hard skills, because this is main topic. Soft skills are all the skills in the interpersonal skills that we have that helps us to communicate with others, to understand them better. So it's all about asking questions, listening, be able to empathize with others, and so on. So how we behave in the particular situation. And tricky part here is that it's not so easy to measure, if it is possible to measure at all, because it's in many cases a matter of situation, how we behave in the particular scenario. Okay, so this is more or less about soft skills and hard skills. They are easy to measure, as those are skills we can actually learn. Somebody can teach us. So we can learn them at university, some trainings, doing exercises, and so on. So for example, additional programming languages, we can prove that we know it. The same as learning foreign languages. We can do a test that will present our level and so on. So we can measure, and we can check how good we are. So those are hard skills. We usually have some certificates for it, tests, and so on. Coming back to Samantha, if we have a look and think for a second about what soft skills she was lacking in the particular situation. So with a business, I think we can say that self-confidence was a bit lacking here. So if she is sure with her ideas, opinions, she would say openly to the customer that let's focus on the first feature and not focus on others that are not going to be the best use of her time. With a team, collaboration. In the end, she was annoyed with her team and decided to deliver everything herself, which wasn't the best example of collaboration. And with junior, assertiveness. If she from the beginning say that it's not the best moment, I have too much on my plate, and I won't be able to spend as much time on helping junior person as I would like to, I think this whole situation would be much easier for her. Okay, so she felt like this role is probably not for her. She reached some kind of a dead end, but Samantha is a very clever girl. So she actually feels that something is not working. And she started to reflect on those three scenarios, those three situations. And she came up to idea that maybe it's a matter of my soft skills. I'm lacking some soft skills here. So she had a very good idea. Let's do the research. And she checked what soft skills can we identify. Maybe that will help her with her personal development. And the list was really long, but let's take some pieces of the list. And Samantha started her own introspection, starting with communication. Samantha thinks, with my communication skills, in general, I think I'm quite good. People can understand me. Maybe maybe I'm not expressing my needs well enough, but in general, it's not that difficult. Punctuality, and I think this is my this is my asset. That's for sure. I don't like being late at the meetings, and I'm doing my best to be on time. Organization of work. Oh dear, is that a soft skill, really? Oh, I'm happy that you don't see the chaos on my desk, but I like my chaos. Decision making. Okay, I think I am able to make some decisions after hours and tons of research. Time management. Okay, you got me. This is definitely something I need to work on. Relationships building. In general, I think I'm quite good with that. If we don't count the situation with my team recently. Responsibility. Oh yes, that's for sure. I'm a very responsible person. I can even say that sometimes I think too much. Openness to criticism. I didn't know that's a soft skill, but yeah, I agree. I could be more open. Collaboration. In general, I like working with people. In general, really, trust me. Persuasion. Okay, if we have a look at the meeting with the customer, I didn't do a great job. I need to work on that. Public speaking. Public speaking in IT? Come on, what's that for? Problem solving. Yes, usually I try to focus on solving problems. Sometimes I generate more problems, but in general, I try to, to be good at it. Okay, teaching. Oh no, not this time. Stress management. Okay, that's really important. When I meet new people, I feel like there's a lot of stress for me, and I feel way better way confident when I spend time with people I know. Does that count? Reliability. I think I'm good with that. Friendly, yes, especially with my friends. Creativity. Yes, I am creative, especially when I don't have deadlines and no expectations, no requirements, and plenty of space, then I'm very creative. Focus. Good reminder, I multitask from time to time, but actually it doesn't work for me. Knowledge sharing. I think that's a very good skill to have. I would like to have it. Humility. Is that a soft skill? Oh, let's skip it. Leadership. Oh, that's a big one. That's a big topic. I think in many situations I am able to be a good leader, but sometimes that's the lack of self-confidence is not helping. Conflict management. I have conflicts from time to time, and I manage them. Adaptability. Okay, yeah, here I can say that I'm very flexible. If we have some changes in a plan, I'm very adaptive to changes. So this is I can be proud of. Critical thinking. If you need somebody to criticize an idea, then you know where to find me. Fast learning. This is I'm definitely proud of. I'm very good at it. Negotiations. Oh, not this one. And emotional intelligence. Okay, I think I'm quite good with that. I understand people quite well. And she was reading more and more, and she found very interesting article that leaders in the IT market can identify some kind of a core skills which are really needed in IT, because in most cases we work in a team, in a group of people. We need to communicate a lot with the customer. We received more problems than solutions, so we need to deliver solutions. And there is a lot of change. There is the change is almost constant, so adaptability is very important. So they identified 4 core skills, which are very, very necessary in IT sector. And that was quite interesting for her, and she agreed that this could be the most important core skills: communication, collaboration, problem solving, and adaptability. It's difficult to work in a team without those skills. So she realized that she has some homework, and she thought that maybe she should turn to a mentor or coach. She heard that it can help. So she found coach and started to work on her soft skills. And after a few weeks, she visited business, the customer again. The business meeting was about to come. And during the business meeting, she started to ask more questions to understand the actual needs behind the ideas for features of the customer. And she also expressed in a polite and diplomatic way her own opinion about those features that are currently in the roadmap. And thanks to the questions that she was asking, customer resigned from one feature that didn't sound like best use of the time. So yes, first plus. Coming back to the team, she decided that she would like to delegate some of her current responsibilities, as she has really a lot of her. So she checked what are skills of her teammates, and based on that, she tried to to fit new tasks to each person's skills. And by that, she also showed respect to them and trust. They felt really happy that they can help her and not to leave everything on her. So that went really good. Everyone happy. And the last person we want to be happy is the junior. Thanks to that, she shared her responsibilities, she has more time for junior. And they worked together. She was able to give him more space, more of her time. And he was getting more and more efficient and independent when they work together. And with upcoming months, he didn't need as much her as in the beginning, so she felt like, oh, she was really, really proud of him, and it was her really huge success. And as you can see, she even shared a small tear, but it was a tear of joy, and it was really nice to observe how this person is growing. Okay, 3 pluses. And finally, huge step for Samantha. She became a technical leader in her team, and it was a really, really big success. She was really proud of her, and of course, her team was very supportive, and they really appreciate all her efforts and personal development that she did. But every magic comes with a price. With the promotions, she also started to be introduced to recruitment processes. And she needed to make a decision. The first candidate was really like a one-man army. Every task you will give to him, he will just few minutes and everything is done. So he is the kind of a guy that delivers from the day one of working in a new company. He doesn't like to work in a team so much. He prefers to work independently, like a lonely wolf, like a rock star. And the second candidate, so this guy was much more friendly. He definitely prefers to work in a team, and maybe he fits in the role in, let's say, 80%. He needs to learn some of the technology stack that we use in this area, but he's really, really keen to learn. So Samantha needed to think what to do now, who to pick. And now we can come back to those two numbers that she presented to you already. So 78. According to the West Monroe researchers with leaders and how do they pick candidates during the recruitment process, 78% declared that they focus on the soft skills. So they're checking how candidate speak, how communicative candidate is, and is it going to be, let's say, a pleasure to work with him or her, or that could be a difficult thing. And 67. This is the amount of percent that leaders admit that they resign or even stop the offer not to give it to the candidate who is lacking in some soft skills which are crucial. So I think it's really nice to know and worth to remember. So coming back to Samantha and her big decision. And according to what you've heard so far, I can imagine that this is not going to be that tough decision. Samantha decided to take the second candidate as she felt like he's way easier to work with, and she would prefer to have him in the team. Okay, Samantha went through her journey, big, long journey to be as great as she is now. So she would like to summarize what has been changed for her, starting with assertiveness. This is like her new special power. So she learned how to communicate her needs, how to express what actually she wants, not only to what other wants from her. And that helped her to be more successful. And also was a confidence boost because people respect her and understand that she's very open, honest, and if she is capable to do something, she will. But if not, then maybe let's ask somebody else. That also improved her relationships, both with the customer, because it's easier to rely on somebody who is honest with you, and with the team, because they see how big improvements she did. And trust. Her relationships are built on trust, and it's really, really important. It's like base of every relationship and the way we communicate. So trust is massively important. And asking for help. She didn't do that previously. It's not easy, but she learned that it's okay. And asking for help is similarly good as giving help. Responsibility. So she understands that there is a need to have the balance, not to take everything on my plate, but share responsibilities and have them as many as we actually can cope with. And all of that helped her to become a leader with a capital L. People really respect her, follow her opinions, follow the direction that she's giving, because she's communicating with people with respect and really puts a lot of attention to others. And in the end, the biggest change is the pride. How proud is she with her current work, current position, and all the good things that she is delivering for the customer, and great relationships with the team, with the product owner. So to sum up, some golden rules from Samantha for you, starting with develop your IT core skills. few seconds to remind yourself what there were. 3, 2, 1. Communication, collaboration, adaptation, and problem solving. And next, asking questions. So the second big power that she got when she felt like she didn't understand something well enough, or she's lacking context, she started to ask more questions. Then listen. If you really want to know intentions of other people, of your customer, then it's always better to give space and to actually listen rather than saying too much. Be present, like a remedy for multitasking. Be here now and actually focus on the person that you talk to or the task that you're doing. Small steps. Every time we have a big project in front of us and it's massive, it's not split into smaller steps, smaller pieces of work, it's really scary to start. And when you slice it to some smaller deliverables, or smaller steps, it's much easier to start realizing that and be more motivated to achieve the goal. And once again, your need first. If you want to help others, think of yourself and help yourself first. And that will help you to be more efficient and more helpful. Your need first. Thank you all for taking part in this presentation. I'm Ewelina, once again. And if you would like to ask some questions, feel free to use the Q&A session. Or you can always find me on Twitter, on LinkedIn. So if you want to ask of anything, then you know where to reach me. Thank you very much.